I was deep in the mountains of Mongolia, far from civilization, when I first heard the low, guttural growl. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest as I scanned the dense forest around me. The locals had warned me about the Almas, a wild, human-like creature said to roam these parts, but I never believed the stories until that moment. The air was thick with tension as I cautiously moved forward, every crack of a twig underfoot making my nerves jolt. Then, through the thick fog, I saw it, standing on two legs covered in matted hair. Its eyes burned with an eerie intelligence. The Almas was larger than I expected, with powerful limbs and a face that was a disturbing mix of human and beast. It watched me for a moment, and I could see a flash of something in its eyes. Curiosity, perhaps? Or was it malice? Before I could react, it let out a terrifying roar and charged at me. I turned and ran, my survival instincts kicking in, but I could hear its heavy footsteps closing in behind me. I stumbled down a steep slope, barely keeping my footing, and dashed into a small cave. The Almas followed, its massive silhouette blocking out the light from the entrance. I could hear its labored breathing, smell the wild musk of its unwashed fur. There was no escape. I was trapped. As it loomed closer, I grabbed a loose rock from the ground and hurled it at the creature. It roared in pain and fury, but it didn't stop. Desperation filled me as I scrambled to find another weapon, but there was nothing. The Almas was upon me, its hands reaching out, ready to strike. Just as I braced myself for the end, the creature suddenly stopped. It stared at me, its eyes filled with a strange mixture of anger and sorrow, before it slowly backed away and disappeared into the forest. I was left alone, shaking, barely able to process what had just happened. I don't know why it let me live, but I knew I had just survived something ancient and primal, something far beyond my understanding. The Almas was real, and it was watching, waiting in the shadows of those remote mountains.